girl, Beauty87 here, and today we're going to get into some of my current favorite products that I've been using. So y'all know I've had a little bit more like free time to myself, if you will. Not necessarily because, you know, the holidays are coming up, so I have like time off, and then I had time off from work for my birthday and time off from Adrian's birthday. So there's some things I was using like on a regular basis, so I figured I could make like a current favorites video so you can see the stuff I've been liking right now, if you will. Hold on, one product is missing. Okay, so I don't know what order I'm gonna necessarily start in. I guess I should go from like primer and then, you know, foundation, concealer, powder, that type of stuff. So I guess we'll go from there. I don't know. I haven't done one of these in like forever because when I do them, people don't normally watch them, so I don't. But I figure I could just try it today and see how it goes. So, I am currently obsessed with the e.l.f. Blurring Priming Serum. I've been project panning some of the stuff that I have since I have, well, quite a bit of stuff. And this is one of the things I decided to pan because it was almost empty and I have like a backup of it. And it gets crusty around the edges and the whole hot mess. But it's like almost finished. I know you can't see in there, but like, see, it's looking quite empty. So I figured like if I use it like 2 or 3 more times, it should be done. But this is one of my favorite primers to use, and I'm truly obsessed with it. The other one I really like is, of course, the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. This is the one in the pan. I actually have another backup of the one in the pan, and then I have the liquid one at home. So I've been project panning this as well. And as you can see, like, I'm not playing with this primer. I think I have probably a couple more uses out of this too, maybe 3, because you're only supposed to use a dime size amount. So I figured like 3 more swipes in here would equal a dime size amount each time. I don't know, but I project pan this finally. I think I've had this for like 2 years now, but it's still going strong, and I absolutely love it. And it hasn't broke my face out, and everything's been fine, even though it's only supposed to last for 6 months. So there you go. Which I think is weird because like 6 months, like who the hell is using this in 6 months? Especially if you're only supposed to use a dime size amount. Like how many times are you putting on makeup a day to equal using this up to 6 months? I'm confused. I don't know. But anyway, the next thing I have is concealer. So I've actually been trying to pan this Jouer high coverage concealer pen, but I actually really like the way it goes underneath the eyes. Patrick Starr said that Makeup by Ariel, Kylie's makeup artist, told him that you should put on a cream concealer first and then you put a liquid on top. So that's when I started doing this. I put this underneath the eyes as my starting concealer, and then I put my other concealers on later after you know, I put on my foundation. But this is what it looks like. I did a review for this for y'all, but y'all didn't seem to really care. I don't think really too much cares about Jouer, but the formula of this is really nice. The formula of the foundation stuff is really nice too. I stopped really buying from the brand though once I found out, you know, some things that I didn't like. So yeah, I think the last thing I bought from them was the bronzer, and then I found out about that stuff, and then I just stopped buying for the brand or really talking about them too much. So there's that. I like to mix concealer with my foundation sometimes, so this is the one I've been using. Again, it's just some stuff I'm trying to project pan, but I like the fact that I could just swipe it out on my hand. This is the Balm Bonnie Dew-manizer. I like to put stuff like this inside my foundation. This is the darkest one they have, of course, and so I see it has this tip on it, so I usually just swipe it on my hand like that, and then when I squeeze the foundation on my hand, I just mix it all together on my hand and then swipe it on my face, and that's how I get my look, like glow from within look, along with another product that you all see me use in videos, but I will again talk about just because obviously it's a favorite because I use it all the time. The only foundation I have, believe it or not, is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I wear the shade 11.75 if anyone was curious. I actually really like this foundation, and shout out to Beautydealsbff as usual. I told y'all, if you do not follow her on IG, I don't know what's wrong with you. I got the Luminous Silk for $34 when I bought, I think, like 2 lipsticks, and then you added this to the cart and made it $34. And I think one of the lipsticks was free, so I only paid for like the lips. I think I got 2 free lipsticks and this for like $34 or $38 or something like that. I forgot exactly what the deal was, but the fact that you got Luminous Silk for $34, like, honey, that's a deal within itself. Because I got the Power Fabric for $34, and I really like that as well. But this one gives you like a more natural look to the skin. And when I heard Luminous, I was like everybody else, like, oh God, it's going to be doing it. I have to be looking crazy. But no, it just gives you a natural like glow from within, if you will. I'll try to insert a picture in here showing the me wearing this because I posted it on my IG, and it just looks so beautiful in natural lighting. I just thought I was that chick. But it's just a great foundation. I absolutely love it. So the next thing I have is, of course, the Giorgio Armani concealers that go with the foundation. So this goes with the Power Fabric foundation, but I bought this concealer first because it came out first, and this was actually the first Giorgio Armani makeup product I tried, and this stuff is amazing. I went the shade 8.75 in the concealer. So apparently they just like 7.5 shades for people my complexion, because the concealer is 8.75 and the foundation shade I have to wear is 11.75. And mind you, I picked both of these offline, which I'm quite proud of myself, because I feel like a lot of people my skin tone use this, like the Glam Twins, but I don't remember them posting like what shade, so I just had to like pick it in the dark and guess, and I guessed right. So shout out to me. How you doing? I usually do a pretty good job of shade matching online, though, not to like try to brag or anything, but I usually get it right without having to go in the store, because I'm not a person who likes to go in the store. But this concealer is amazing. You need to have it in your life. If you don't, they're having a 50% off sale right now, so you definitely need to check it out, sis, because that concealer is usually always on sale. With their 50% off sale comes, they usually just put their staples on sale for 50% off, minus the Luminous Silk. It's usually the Power Fabric instead. So if you can get the Luminous Silk for the 50% off, I definitely say run it and go get both of those things. Now I don't know if the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk concealer is on sale, but again, I would have shade 8.75 in this as well. Now I feel like both these shades aren't exactly the same though as that one I just showed you. I feel like this one is a little bit lighter. I know the formula is quite watery, so that's why I use both of them together. Like I'll use this one to like highlight parts on my face and then put on top of the Power Fabric. If I put the Power Fabric on once, y'all know when I do my second layer of concealer, I usually put this on top of Power Fabric, because I wouldn't trust this on its own because of like the dark circles and stuff I have underneath my eyes. I just need a more, you know, powerful concealer, if you will. So that's why Power Fabric works better for me. But this is nice to highlight the face with. It gives a nice luminous look to match the foundation, obviously, and gives you the extra highlighted effect that you need. So I think it's a great product for that. This one is actually, I think, more than the other one, which is funny to me because I don't think they're the same amount of product. This is 0.40 ounces. Let me see. And then this one is, sorry, it is more product. That's weird. This is 0.20 ounces. This is 0.40 ounces. But I think maybe that's why this one is more, because this one I believe is 38 and I believe this one is like 34. Don't quote me on that, but like I said, it's 50% off right now. So definitely go to Armani Beauty and check that out. The next thing I have is some powders. So I'm going to start with the face powders. Then I'll do the under eye powders. And then I'll do the finishing powder last. So the only under eye powder I've been reaching for the most is this Juvia's Place I Am Magic Setting Powder in the shade Kalahari. Let me show you what the color looks like. Now, I'm one who likes a more darker colored powder, if you will. Like, I like yellow powders like this. And I like the more lighter, light banana shades. So if it's that color, I'm more into it than if it's like a lighter banana-ish type shade. So that's why I love this powder. It's really nice. Not to mention, it's on sale right now, I think for like $6, because I think it's normally $12 on Juvia's Place, but it's on sale for $6. So again, go rush, grab, and snatch it real quick. I also have the Essence My Skin Perfector Loose Fixing Powder. This stuff is amazing. It's supposed to give an instant blur effect, and it looks beautiful on the skin. Now, I think they only have like 5 shades, and I am the second to last shade. So this is shade 40, and I think they only go up to 50. So this is one shade before the last shade they have, which I think is like dark or deep. This is what the powder looks like. This stuff is amazing, y'all. And for only like, I think it's $5 or $6, you need to get your hands on that powder. I cannot stop using this stuff. I always feel like my skin looks beautiful and blurred, like they say, when I use this alongside that e.l.f. Blurring Primer Serum or the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Like with these powders and that Luminous Silk Foundation, like, honey, I just be thinking I'm that chick. Can't tell me anything. This stuff is amazing. And for $6, you need to get it. And I think they sell that brand at CVS too, which means if you get a 40% off coupon, honey, you can really be doing something and have people out here thinking you wearing high-end stuff when it was only $6. The next one I have, believe it or not, I think I ended up buying this from a YouTuber who was had this in PR or something, because I think I ended up getting this powder for like $10, and it's actually a pretty decent powder. I know nobody really talks about this brand anymore, but it's actually the powder from Tarte, the Shape Tape Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Tan Deep. So it's one of those with like the little net in the mirror in it and all that. This is the color of it. It's actually a pretty decent powder. I've been trying to pan it again. I told y'all it's just certain things I'm trying to pan. I felt like I didn't have a lot of skin tone translucent powders here at my grandmother's house that like weren't really red undertone, which is why I brought this here, because I was just going to declutter it, but I was like, because of the pandemic, I'm just trying to use up certain things as opposed to trying to sell them to other people for, you know, sanitary reasons, obviously. And since my cousins are lighter than I am, there'd be no point in sending them this because they can't use it. So I was like, I'll just try to use it up, and it's actually pretty good. Like, I didn't think it was a bad powder. It was just more of like, it's tart and nobody's going to care and nobody's going to want to see me use it on camera. So what I really need it for type thing, you know. I wanted to try out the formula, but I just, you know, I guess I was just not optimistic about it, but it ended up being a pretty decent powder, and I've been using it regularly, so I figured I would throw it in here. The next one I have is the NYX High Glass Finishing Powder in the shade Deep. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, my girl Nikki Beauty put me on to this one. She was talking about how she had bought the powders, because when this first came out, this high glass set, if I remember correctly, I only bought, I think this is supposed to be an extension to the Born to Glow set, and I didn't buy this. I had bought something else. I forgot what I bought, but I ended up not liking what I bought. And then I heard Casey Holmes raving about this after I heard my girl Nikki Beauty talking about it. And Casey and I like a lot of the same things when it comes to foundations and powders and things like that. So I was like, okay. So she's saying it too. So then I end up finding it at CVS. No, not, they sell this at CVS, but I think I ended up buying mine on Ulta because they had a coupon and you got 4 times the points on NYX or something like that. And then it went on sale for, I think, like 50% off. So it was like $6. And this stuff, y'all, as you can see, I have used quite a bit of it. I absolutely love it. It's what I put on my face at the very end. So after I put all my powders and my blush and bronzer and highlighter on, I'll like spray my face and mash all that stuff in with a sponge, and then I'll go over this on top to give me, like, you know, a nice blurred and glow from within situation once again, in addition to the highlighter that I mixed into the foundation, so we can truly have that glow from within, since we ain't going nowhere, but I still want to look like I'm glowing from within. Okay, don't judge me. So I like to use this powder to get that done. Now remember, I said the finishing powder because they have another one. I forgot what the name of that one is, but make sure you get the finishing powder if you're going to do the step that I just talked about, because otherwise you might be looking a hot mess. And don't be coming over here saying I didn't warn you, because I just said finishing powder. Listen, finishing powder. Don't get the other one, because I think it's supposed to be like a highlighting powder or something like that. And you're not finna come blame me. I'm not doing it. So the other 2 powders I have are under eye powders. I got the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Blurring Under Eye Powder. Now I know Morgan Turner likes to use this all over her face. I literally just stick to using like underneath the eyes. I'll do a little bit on my forehead and on my nose to just blur out basically the center of my face. This one is broke, so sometimes I just go in with my little Charlotte Tilbury sample. It's the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade Dark. Now, I know they don't make dark anymore. They changed this for the color Tan, and then they got a color called Deep. So if you want to get this particular shade in dark, it's not going to be this small, I swear. This is the $25 sample that they gave. But if you want to get this powder in the shade Dark, you're going to have to go to Net-a-Porter. They have, Net-a-Porter. They have it for $37 in the shade Dark still, but I know Sephora doesn't have it in the shade Dark anymore. So if you want to get it, you're gonna need to go there. I plan on going to get me one along with the shade Dark, because over there it's $37, but on Sephora it's still $45. So I feel like it's a better deal to buy from Net-a-Porter. And every time I tell y'all about Charlotte Tilbury, what did I tell y'all? Take yourself to Net-a-Porter, because it's much cheaper. Like, I believe that new setting spray she came out with it, I think I had to pay $30-something for on Sephora. If I remember correctly, I think I saw it for $24 or $26 or $28 on Net-a-Porter, which meant I could have saved more money. But because I have to make videos, sometimes I have to buy it in a rush instead of being able to get the deal. Like, I tell you all to get the deal, but that's okay. You go get the deal and I'll live vicariously. I have some bronzers and blushes and highlighters. So I'm gonna start off with the recent video of a blush I did. So I feel like you should know what this is. This is the Fenty, what is it? Fenty Beauty Cream Cheeks Out blush in the shade Fenty Glow. It came in a little set, and you all actually really like that video. This is currently 50% off on Sephora as well, so if you want to go ahead and check it out. I know Fenty Beauty's having 30% off sale on their website, but this set isn't on sale there. It's only on sale on Sephora, along with the lip gloss set. That's on sale on Sephora too, but it's not on sale on Fenty's website. So I know Fenty's having a sale right now, but some stuff is better to just get at Sephora. Like, I got the lip gloss set in my basket right now, along with this set to try to get for the giveaway for you all in December. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it didn't run out of stock. I haven't checked yet. I don't get paid till Friday, so I was like, I'll buy it then when I'm buying all my other Black Friday goodies. I did get the milk, what is it, the Melt and Beetlejuice collection today. So I bought the 2 palettes. I meant to get the mascara and I forgot to. And then I went to get the Raw Honey Blush. So I was like, I'll go back later and see if they have it. And then if they don't, we can do the mascara another time. I feel like y'all don't really care about the mascara that much. So I didn't worry about it. Anyway, this is what the blush looks like. This stuff is amazing. I've been using it all the time. I didn't use it today. I did use another blush though that I normally use with this to set that one. So I normally use the e.l.f. What are these called? Blush duos. I have spiced apple, pomegranate, and then I have guava, but guava's over there in the drawer because it's not one of the ones I use the most. I've been using spiced apple a lot, this one right here, because I usually like to set the Fenty Glow cream blush with this, and then I'll just go in with this highlighter because obviously it's already a highlighter in there. So as you can see, this one has been quite loved. And you would think it wouldn't be because of the tone of it, because it looks like it wouldn't show up on my skin that well. But once I got this cream blush and found out that it looks good with this on top of it, I was sold, honey. So I was like, I'm going to need to get another one of these. These aren't on sale during their 40% off sale, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like $3. Like, just pay the $3. I don't know. The other one, which is the one I have on today, including this highlighter, is the pomegranate one. So I have this blush on my cheeks right now, and then I have this highlighter over my face. And I'm here for it. I love these little sets. I want to get the tan one, but the dark bronzy tone one, but I just didn't. I'm trying to figure out my other blush was that I was been using a lot, because I got another highlighter and then like another blush, but I didn't bring it out here, so I'm gonna need to grab that. I hope I didn't leave it in the bathroom. Anyway, it's the Patrick Ta blush. The one in She's So LA is the more tan colored one. Like, I can use stuff like that in the fall and winter time because, you know, my skin isn't getting the sun and the melanin isn't popping as much in the winter time. So I've been using that one as well. That's like the brown toned one. I have another brown tone thing to show you in a minute, but I've been using that for bronzer instead of blush, even though it says you can use it for blush or bronzer, but I can only use it for bronzer. I feel like it would look weird as a blush on me because it barely looks good as a bronzer. But anyway, you'll see it in a second. But the next thing I have is the Nabla Thin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. This is the shade Adults Only. So this is like, you know, a more affordable dupe to Fenty's, was it Ruby Riches, if you will. This color is absolutely stunning. This is one of my favorite colors to use when I'm here at my grandmother's house because my Fenty one obviously is at home. So I just left the Nabla one here because I was like, I don't need both of them at home. And I really like to reach for this one. I want more of a bright pigmented one that isn't so berry toned. So when I want a more fiery red, I go for this. When I want a more berry tone like I have on today, obviously I use the pomegranate one. And then when I want a more neutrally type one, I just reach for this Spiced Apple alongside the Fenty Glow. So the next thing we have is some bronzer. So the bronzer I have is the Soul Body Dark, it's a face and body bronzing balm in the shade Dark. Now in the summertime I was using the Tower 28 one, and I think it's Best Coast Slay or something like that. But as you can see, I put a nice little dent in this, and I haven't had it that long. But when I use a cream bronzer, I usually reach for this now. I used to use my Cocoa Bite Stick, but that's a little bit dark, and I like in this I don't know, in this wintertime, I don't like to have as dark of a contour, as weird as that is. So I actually haven't used that in quite a long time. I've been more into this one. It smells like the butter bronzer from, who do you call it? Physicians Formula. And this formula is actually pretty nice. I heard this is supposed to be a good dupe for the Chanel one. I don't know. I've never bought a Chanel one. They just came out with colors that people my skin tone could use this year. And from what I heard, Mel Thompson said the formula isn't the same, and it isn't as good. And she said they changed their like setting powder too, and it wasn't as good. I don't personally buy Chanel makeup just because I don't feel like it's catered toward me. And, you know, you're not catering toward me. I'm not finna run you my coin. So I have never bought any Chanel makeup, and I don't ever really plan on buying any. So there's that. The next one I have is the Natasha Denona Tan, Bronze, and Glow Palette. Now, remember I told you all this would be better for people our skin tone in the wintertime. If you look like me, this is better for you in the wintertime. And I was right. So what I do is I put that cream bronze I just showed you all on underneath. And then I go in with this powder on top. And then, obviously, I use the cream highlighter and the cream highlight, and the powder highlights on my face to highlight. So when I'm usually bronzing in the wintertime, I usually can just go for this palette, and then I don't have to worry about what highlighter or what bronze I'm going to use when I don't feel like going to grab for individual things. This is good for that. So I've been using it a little bit now that it's wintertime here in Chicago, and, you know, it'll show up on my face a little bit better. In the summertime, I still wouldn't try to do this with that bronzing balm, though. I would just stick to it to fall and winter. just so you all know, so you don't try to use it then, unless you're a lighter skin tone, then obviously it'll work for you any time of the year. The next thing I have is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. This is the one number 2 glitty or glitz, is that it? Yeah, glitz. I like this palette. This is supposed to be a bronzer though, which we know ain't happening for me at all. But I use this, I like to mix these two together actually and use it as a highlight, or sometimes I'll mix this one and this one together as a highlight. And then sometimes I'll use this as a bronzer topper. And then I can use this as an integral highlight because I wouldn't necessarily use this on my face. I mean, sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll just mix it with this one. It all depends on what kind of mood I'm in. But I like this palette. I like the holiday ones a whole lot better. But of course, since I like those more, they live at home with me. But this one is a really nice one. This is the first one I actually bought because I feel like this is the first one that somewhat catered toward people my skin tone, as opposed to the first one, which is like, just, I don't feel like catered toward me at all. It's over there in the drawer, else I would like show it to you. But it's got like pink and then like this really like, what is it? I guess pearlescently white highlighter, and then like again a bronzer shade or whatever, which would just be a highlighter on me. So with that one, I think I ended up buying from somebody on Mercari, and that's the only reason I have it, because I wouldn't have just bought it on its own at regular price, because I'm not paying $50 for something where I can only use like maybe 2 shades, because the pink in there I feel like isn't that good of a blush topper for some of my skin tone because of the undertone they use for the pink. Then like I said, the highlighter shade is too light, so I'd have to put it in the inner corner. I forgot what the other shade in there is. I think it's supposed to be like, I forgot what color it is. And then there's like a, like I said, the brown one is the only one I could use as a highlighter or as a bronzer topper, but it just wasn't worth it to me. So I only bought it because it was on sale, and I wanted to kind of like complete out my collection because I knew the new palettes were coming and I needed to review like all of them together. But yeah, otherwise I don't recommend it. So these are the 2 lip liners I've been using the most. I have the Dominique Cosmetics Creamy Fill and Define Lip Liner in the color Brown Sugar. This is the darkest one she came out with. I like it to line my lips when I'm using like lighter lipsticks, but like if I was trying to use a lipstick that was closer to my lip tone, like this lipstick I have on now, I don't think I would necessarily use this. I've never tried to actually fill in my lips with it to see how the color would look on my skin tone, so maybe I'll try that sometimes. But it's a nice lip liner. I like the formula of it, all that. I wasn't impressed with the lipsticks, so I felt like they weren't really geared toward anybody that was darker than like medium tan. They didn't look well on me. Like I feel like they kind of, you know, were transparent and you didn't really see too much of anything. I had to add a whole bunch of stuff on them, and I put on a whole bunch of layers. You still couldn't really see the color. It was kind of like a My Lips with Better situation, and I wasn't feeling it. So I don't recommend them if you're my skin tone, but you know, you can go watch the video and then see how they look like in action. We ain't finna go through all that. The next lip liner I have is a Beautydealsbff lip liner. Now, this one I first tried today. Actually, I have it on right now. This is the shade Scorpio from them. I bought this because Dr. Ash and her makeup was talking about this was her favorite liner from them. Because the one I originally bought, of course, was a dark brown one. It's called Cola. It's currently sold out on their website, but I did buy this on their website before. I think this one's still in stock, Scorpio, but Cola is sold out. I meant to buy a backup of that, but I was like, I'll just try this one instead because Dr. Ash says it's really nice. So this is what it looks like. It's more of a berry toned type lipstick, so it's like a dark berry type lip liner, if you will, but it's really nice, and it's the same form as the other one, so that's what my concern was. And I was like, when I do my more berry tone looks, I can use it and it'll be fine. So I only have like, well, I have 4 lip brands to talk to you about. I have a lip gloss and then some lipsticks. One of the lip glosses I have on right now, I just got it today, but I'm just showing this lip gloss because I don't have the ones I've normally been using from this brand. So I had to, and the brand is Beautydealsbff, so I just had to show you this because it's all I got right now, okay? So the first lipstick I have is from Proper Beauty. I've been using the shade Limitless a lot when I'm here at my grandmother's house, and I have like certain looks I want to do, and I want to have like a fiery orange lip to it. I usually reach for this. I think this is the only fiery orange lipstick I have here, so it's a great go-to. Plus, that means I don't have to try to find a lip gloss to put on top of it. That's what I love about theirs, because they have this luminous sheen to it. You don't have to worry about putting a lip gloss on top of it to get the glossy effect that I have on right now. It'll just do that naturally. That shade is amazing. I just bought 2 other shades from them too. I currently have one on. You can't see it though because I put the Beautydealsbff lipstick on top of it. I mean lip gloss on top of it. But I have on the shade, I think it's called Her Magic. It was more of a, like a mauve tone shade that they had came out with. that I wanted to try, so I went ahead and bought it. The next one I have is another black owned brand. So I have the Beauty lipstick. I've been wearing the shade Tracy a lot, and then I'll usually put like a lip gloss over it. Like I like the lifter glosses from Maybelline, so I usually put the shade Crystal of that one over it, and it, you know, is definitely one of my favorites to wear. My other favorite ones are at home. I like Eartha, I like Coretta, I think Angela's at home. And then I have Tracy, which is this one. And then I have Aretha over there. So I have 5 Beauty lipsticks. I really like those. I want to get some more. Like, I think there's one called Miriam I want to get. But, yeah. And then my last lip combo is the one I've been wearing the last 2 videos. I believe it was the last 2 videos I used. This is the Kylie Cosmetics. I think this is a cream lipstick and butterscotch. So I've had this on. And then I put like a brown lip line. I put a brown lip liner with it. And then I take the gloss stone from Maybelline. The lifter gloss stone is number 8. And I'll put it on top of it. And that's just been one of my favorite, like, peachy nude-ish type lip combos to go to. So both of these work really nicely. And this is currently on sale for $10 on Ulta's website. I think till like the 28th or something. So if you want it, you need to go ahead and snag it real quick. Okay, so now we're going to get into Juvia's Place lipstick. So I have all these. Now, these are actually new ones I just got in the mail today along with this one. This is Caramel Rose. And I bought this lip gloss because Karen Harris kept talking about how nice it was. So I was like, fine, Karen, I'll get it. It was like on sale on Ulta because it had already sold out on their website. So I'm like, it must be good because, like, you know, you can't find it. But I got all 4 of these on Juvia's Place website themselves, and then I got this one from Ulta, but they were both on sale for a reasonable price, so I was like, let's go ahead. So I actually want to check out these colors with you all and see what colors they are, and then we only have 2 eyeshadow palettes to talk about, and then we'll be done, because believe it or not, it's only a couple of holiday palettes I've really been reaching for, that I've really been obsessed with. So this is the shade Lady from them. I think it was the neighbors bringing their trash can on the side of the house, because I'm like, I think that's what that was. I don't know. Anyway, sorry about that. This is the shade Lady. So it seems to be like a lighter nudie, like peachy type shade. I think this is supposed to be, yeah, this is supposed to be one of the chocolate shades, I believe. And I have the shade Muted. So this is just a little bit of a deeper, like peachier version of Muted. I feel like Muted is more of a grayish, beigeish type tone. And I'm liking this color a lot, so. The next one I have is the color Chic. So I just got a color from each set. So this is the mauve tone set. And y'all know mauves are my favorite. So I was definitely like about that life. I was like, yes, please. More mauves, if you please. So of course I had to get this shade because look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. So this is the shade Chic. The shade I bought before, I forgot the name of it. I think it's a Mauve Moment. Yeah, it's a Mauve Moment. And then I have Chic. And I like to put the gloss Sis on top of a Mauve Moment. So I'll probably try that gloss on top of this one as well. But it's a gorgeous lipstick. And I just had to have it. And then, of course, we have the last one, which is the Peaches. And I bought the shade Mademoiselle. I'm feeling like this one might be really close to the Kylie shade. And just be like a matte version of it. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know. But let's open her up and see. So this is what Mademoiselle looks like. Yeah, I feel like this is really close to the Kylie one. Let's put it out and see. What do y'all think? Yeah, I feel like this is just going to be a matte version of this one. And this just seems to be the taddest bit deeper, which is fine by me. Because it's like when I put the gloss on top of this one now, it'll be the same consistency. And I don't have to worry about my lips being super creamy. So I'm all about that. So this is what it looks like. I'm definitely here for it. I think it's a gorgeous shade. And those are the new shades I got from them as far as the lipsticks go. Y'all saw the lip glosses on my lips right now. We got one more lip gloss to talk about. So let's talk about that real quick. It's called Barely There. I didn't necessarily want this one, but I figured it might go good on top of the lipstick shade I bought from the chocolates that I have already called Muted. So this is what it looks like. But it's looking like it's a little bit more pinkier than I thought it was going to be in person. So I don't know if I would put this on top of that now. Now I'm thinking this should be more of the peaches since it looks more peach tone to me. I'm not going to necessarily swatch it right now though because I don't want lip gloss sticking up my hands and having to waste a whole nother makeup wipe just for that. So we're not going to do that. But anyway, so let's get into these last 2 palettes and then we'll finally be done. I know it's a whole lot, sis. I know. But of course I have the what is it, Jackie Aina and ebates palette. I'm obsessed with this palette. Any excuse I have to use Jackie's palette is a good reason to me. So if y'all haven't noticed recently, I've been using this one a lot. But I've been trying to give y'all ideas and looks and palette mashups with it just because I knew it was coming back out. So once I saw that they had the Black Friday thing and this palette was coming back out, I wanted to make sure that you saw as many looks as possible, at least for my channel, to make sure that if you wanted it, you saw what you could do with it and you saw what other palettes you could pair with in order to get some gorgeous looks. So that's why I made sure I did my part. Because you need to get Jackie's palette because it's that hot fire. I already got a backup of it. I'm thinking about buying the holiday palette. Buying it again, though, just to put in the giveaway again, because I put it in the giveaway before. And I just feel like everybody needs to own it. So I'm like, I want to put it in another giveaway. So I might grab another one for the giveaway. I don't know. We'll see. But, of course, Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette is in here because I'm just obsessed. I can't. This palette is amazing. I absolutely love it. And you need it in your life. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It is amazing. Now, if you have this Star Wars one, so you might not necessarily want this palette because you're only getting these new 6 shades. But if you just want to try Pat McGrath as a whole, you can actually get this palette right now for like $58 on her website, which is a steal because this palette is $78, so you're getting like $20 off of it. And I think that's such a great deal because this palette is amazing. I think I have done at least 10 eye looks with this palette. I've done palette mashups with it. I did 3 looks with it on its own. I've done Battle of the, so I've done a lot of stuff with this palette. And I keep reaching for these 2 palettes just because I truly love the color combinations within both of these palettes that I feel like balance each other out to make great eye looks. I also feel like the Good Sport palette from ColourPop, I know they don't make it anymore, but if you have it, I feel like it would be a good companion palette to this palette as well. Just because, to this palette as well, because I feel like they just balance each other off nicely. I also still love the Nocturnal Nirvana from Pat McGrath as well. That one is just a banger. So those are the things I've been using a lot. This one palette I like to use with that one a lot. Let me make sure I pull that out and show it. So I like to use the Viseart Grande Pro Volume 3 palette with that palette a lot. Let me show you what the inside of this one looks like. This is what it looks like on the inside. So what I do is I'll usually take like the blues out of here or the greens out of here and use the mattes in here and then just use that palette because if you all know that palette, it's an all shimmer palette. So those are just some of my favorite products that I've been currently using. But yeah, that's pretty much all it is for this video. I know it was long as hell, but y'all know I talk a lot and had to get into details. And then I had to show you a little small haul of all my new lipstick goodies. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.